Two sides to a story podcast. It's the host, Big Mike.
Young Wade in the cut.
Ugly Truth.
And Chad G.
Hey, now we back live. I know we just took a quick break. A lot of people called and got on our butt about where we been. We just had to do some little structuralization. That's all. Getting right. Families here and there got us moving a little different, but we all right. We're going to tighten up and get back right. But today is more not of a big topic thing. As far as a big topic, we're going to be more of a teaching, discussing, and a lot of learning from each other from this topic, and it's more of a explaining thing, and I ain't going to have nothing to do with it. It's going to go right to the ugly truth. So we ain't for that. Don't have me do nothing. Don't say be my No, it is on you.
That's
you
how,
have the mic.
That's how you gonna play it.
That's how he passed. He passed.
Hey, it's like track. Stick.
No, that was an audible play, and did nobody know what it was.
Yeah.
But we got 3 yards, coach.
Hey, hold on. Before we move forward, what was that guy named quarterback in Any Given Sunday?
Willie Beamer.
Yeah, you just making up plays as you go, bro?
Did you throw up before you got on the field, though?
No,
Had to.
Nope, and I didn't fight LL Cool J either.
Okay. But like Big Mike said, today is more of a discussion. So the idea came from me and a conversation me and Chad G had about characteristics and traits and like basically what makes up, you know, your makeup, your gene makeup. What makes you do what you do? You know, knowing if you know your family history. You know, why do you know, like myself, why do you clean up the way you clean up? You know, is it so much of what you was influenced by in person or part of your genetic makeup? That's kind of like, you know, how that started off or where it came from.
That's a good one. But you know, before we even start explaining, Chris, before we even start explaining.
Is that gas came out or what did you schedule for me?
Nah, because I see my man now. He knows.
Oh, yeah, it's normal.
But what I wanted to say first, you know, we're going to have to try our best to really, for this generation on back, we're going to have to really try our best to keep the trade going for us. When I say, because a lot of stuff you learn too, a lot of stuff you didn't learn in the house. You learned outside the house. And it's hard to get kids even outside unless you tell them to go outside. So I was just speaking of in general, these traits and genes and genetics we have that keep it going and flowing. Don't get me wrong. I ain't saying you can't learn that in the house at all. I'm speaking of it's going to be kind of hard for these kids. So it's going to be tough on the parents to make sure we stand strong for these kids and keep the traits going. Because I'm telling you, boy, at internet, I just call it the gift and the curse. But back to what we were speaking of in general. Yeah, my pops, I could say on my behalf, on characteristics and genes and genetics and traits I seen, man, it always been a grinder. Always. You know what I'm saying? Always chasing the dollar. Man, it don't matter what it is. Cutting trees, cutting yards, waxing floors, cleaning buildings. I done did it all. And learned so much from him doing it to where I can go work with different people, you know what I'm saying, at the time or getting older because I done had some experience on doing that. And even like cutting yard, you know what I'm saying? I used to see him cut yard and I go out there, he taught me, shoot, I'm 10, 11 years old. I'm out there, that was a job, my first job. I cutting yard with an old man. And so, you know, it's really what you want to do though. And some of them act like they don't have it, but they got it. Because some of them just don't be want to do it. You know, like, you might got like, I know me and my brother, I know I was stayed in the yard, but Mark will play that game like he don't know nothing about that yard. Boy,
it looked like
other day, I promise you, I ain't lying, my brother tell you, I told him the other day, I say, boy, I guess you was a hidden secret of the family, huh? He said, what you talking about? Cause I ain't never seen him cut no yard like that though. Boy cutting yard, ain't missed one piece of grass. You know what I'm saying? So I know it do get into people, but people will play that role like
if
they ain't got it. Yeah, it's up to them to still want to do it though. You know what I'm saying?
And these are just traits that you've seen like growing up though, right?
Seen and did. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I seen. Yeah, don't get me wrong. You know, you gonna watch first because you're young. You know what I'm saying? Like man, my dad didn't play stuff safe. Then, you know, they tell you to climb on a ladder, have somebody hold a ladder. Boy, that boy get on a ladder on the back of that truck, go climb a tree. He don't care. Like, so I done seen, you know, the hustle part of off the clock, you know, doing your own side job. So I try to install that even with my son. So like my son now, he know how to cut yard. It's the little stuff he'll teach me too that you learn from your child. So it works both ways though.
What about the traits of like family members that you never got a chance to meet that you heard stories about? Have you had, because that's kind of like the other part of like the deep part of the discussion me and Chad G had was like having traits in your DNA of past relatives that you didn't get the fortune to meet, but you heard stories about them.
Yeah.
To where like you remind me of, Papa, this time.
You got that in them.
Because
Yeah.
I think if I'm saying it correctly, I was saying how like, going in your past and knowing your history of your family, like you get the whole, at least a good wide spectrum of your traits and where things come from. Because even though you have things in front of you, that's just one part of it. There's other parts like your family that things happen that don't get talked about.
Yeah.
And things that let's say go in your mind, but nobody around you is like that, but it's in your traits, like in your DNA. So have you had anything like of that?
Well, I can say as far as like I ain't gonna say it can't be done or haven't been done, because I, like you say, have for certain families, but a lot of my stuff I just say I judge out what people I've seen myself. Now, I can't really say well, boy, you remind me of such. That does happen a lot, but I ain't gonna lie. With my situation, I had more of just the people that was around me. I learned from.
That's influence.
You know what I'm saying? They use mine. Like, even like my Uncle Charles. That's my dad, brother.
I miss my uncle.
Yeah, that's my dog. Like, as far as being how to sit at a table, how to, what I'm saying, how to be mannered at a table, how to like keep your elbows. This fork is for this entree, and learning how to, not saying be nerdy or nothing like that, but just learning. You don't be yourself like you at home
Hey,
with
man,
your
be a
cousins.
nerd, man. So it's okay.
I learned that type of stuff at Boy Scouts. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's
Real talk. I learned
that's
that type of stuff, table manners and stuff like that at Boy Scouts. I ain't even
But just even to piggyback off of what he was saying, it's like even like having families that's lawyers, and most of them, you know what I'm saying. Like once somebody break that barrier, everybody understands the boundaries, the capacity, and then the trail is already made to somebody else to come through and better it. Because I even look at it like, even working where we work at, from the warehouse standpoint, my granddad just did. I know one of them, both of them worked, and one of them retired early in 50 when he was like 50 something, and the other one worked to like 70 something. And to me, I already knew the understanding of how to go in the 401k, what to do with your money. You know what I'm saying? Then getting at the job, being around the older man, and they saying the same thing. So I understood, I ain't gonna sit up here and say I wish they would have been entrepreneurs, because that's what I want to do now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's up to you then to take that example and execute what you need to do with it, and then go find other people that can influence you as well to want to do those type of things.
And that's my thing. As far as the conversation we had about the characteristics, it's like you want to be an entrepreneur, but like knowing your family trait, like nobody really had that alignment.
Experience, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the thing. Like, we were talking about before, like when you see people, it's like people are makeup of whatever the family tree, what's been going on. Like you said, some folks tend to break off, but like you see a consistent line of where it's like, okay, family member, this, that, and other. And it's like, okay, you chose a different path or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's how another trait ends up getting added.
Another branch to the tree.
Another evolution,
Yeah,
I say. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. That's why I say again, it's important when you look at a person, you can't just look at where their current, situation is, because that's just one part of it.
Yeah.
It's so much behind that makes,
And then that's what I'm saying, even letting them know, like, the whole conversation came about because I was just trying to figure out, like, once you go back and get this information of, oh, this person got this trait and this the reason, this and that, how do you apply it moving forward? Do you use it, or you just let it sit there as far as the comparison and this and that? But you had a good example of not being around somebody, but being considered to be like them or had them characteristics when we was talking, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing that was so crazy, because like I said, like earlier, like I didn't know my side of the family on my pop side.
Yeah.
So there's like another side of me, or my ambition and stuff and goals and drive I had for, like, people around me really didn't have. I didn't see. My grandmother said something to me some years ago, like when I went to start making my shirts. She's like, Dad, you didn't create something else again? But I'm thinking, like, you had a nightclub, you had a junkyard and all kind of stuff going on. That was one part. That was just her I seen that. But then I met her brother, her uncle. He had his own business too.
Yeah.
Then I found out my pops, they had businesses. So I'm like, this makes sense.
Yeah.
This is why I feel the way I feel about, doing what I'm doing, because I mean, I can work. That's easy, but to do something outside of that, and a lot of my family, you know, trait, they had that. You know what I'm saying? And I just thought that was dope to know that, because, like I said, it's like that's the thing is, you know, kind of like in the other episodes, you know, as far as, you know, the importance of having, you know, both parents around, because you get to see that whole unity of like, this is not just your mom and your daddy, but it's a whole side of their generation, your generation. That's why it's so important to go back in the history to understand like what goes on now. To go to your question, I think the thing that's so difficult when you actually learn your traits is that the generation, you know, what was important, what they had to do at that time, you know, to survive versus like now. Like now we got kids that got, you know, technology, like you said, that, you know, the bad and curse. They got so much of it that I just do it later.
Yeah.
Versus like, oh, that's opposite. Let's go ahead and jump on that now.
Yeah.
Man, it ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where it's different. That's where traits either evolve, like you said, you're trying to teach, or it falls off to mutate to something else. And like you hear the old generation, man, we'll never do nothing like that. Because that's what we build up to. And I'm just like, man. So it's like, do you go along with it? Do you hate it? But it's like, how can you go back when things moving forward is so different?
Yeah.
It's like you getting forced type shit. I mean,
it's just your environment. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in some way, it kind of does.
yeah, because you gotta like, it's like if a person go to prison and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, say if they go in there for like 2 years, I feel like the world change every year. You know what I'm saying? Whether you in there for a year or 2 years, you come out, you gotta develop with the world. You can't come out doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you might be left behind. I don't know.
So going to you with this whole situation, like on your daddy's side, do you get them saying any resemblance or anything, or just any questions? Because you know, I mean, I'm just saying.
Nah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking because that'll be what. What?
Nah, cause I just started laughing. He told me, no, I was just saying, I'm just laughing. Shit.
Throw him off again. He threw you off.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you know, with that not being you know, you learned from him because it wasn't, you know, nothing existing right there. Do they say anything about it?
I ain't gonna
That's a
even.
good question, bro.
I ain't gonna even lie. Like, nah, they don't. I ain't never heard it. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like anything like that, as far as like you just look like him. You know what I'm saying? But shit, he was a hustler. You know, like he was a hustler. But I ain't never heard them say like, oh, you know, you work just like it. That ain't. I ain't never heard that. You know what I'm saying?
You never
But it's
been
great.
really intrigued about anything like, you know, like where I get this. I mean, because I'm not like, let me. I'm asking you because I'm not. To me, I don't feel like me finding any information is gonna dictate how I'm moving now.
Nah, you good.
Yeah.
Nah, you good. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it don't really get to me because like at the end of the day, my mama did raise me. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I always seen her do is always hustle. Like, even if she struggled, she didn't show me she struggled. You know what I'm saying? Because she knew at the end of the day, if I ain't got you, ain't nobody got you, because it's just me and you. So I can't say I got it from him, but I know physically and mentally I got it from her because I seen what she did. And I knew what she was capable of. You know what I'm saying? So I could have got it from both sides, but I know deep down I got it from her.
But see, but that's the thing that me and him was talking about, which is, it's like, when you were saying about how you know, clean up, and I see my mom, right? But it's just like, besides him looking like you, because like, you know, with my pops, I got the freckles and stuff. I got obviously from him, but it's still parts of his character or personality that's in you, and I think that's the part to where like when y'all get to know, I joke all the time to where I can hurt people's feelings because it's funny to me. You know what I mean? I'm being real dry and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I found out my pops is a clown, but see, he was a clown everywhere.
Yeah.
I was like selective, you know. It's kind of like the WBB fraud where I joke behind job, but I go in public, I ain't saying nothing.
But see, that's where it's funny at, because it's like everything, like the whole time he was locked up, the only thing people ever talked about was your dad had this. Oh man, he was the man with this. You know, he had this. It wasn't never like
characteristics. Or anything.
you know. So I never got that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
but by you saying that, just from what I know from you, just hearing that story, I mean, come on, you call yourself big dog. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. You don't realize how much of your pops you may be. It's just that they not explaining it to you because he's not around him a lot. You know what I'm saying? So like me, I've been talking to be charismatic. My pops is very charismatic. You know, with his words, he real smooth and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like It's just some stuff that's not taught. That's just in me.
But
And
let
they
me ask you a question though. With the characteristic, is that the same thing as like zodiac signs too though? Because say for instance if both your parents are hustlers and then they got a son, he don't want to do shit.
I would say it's gonna be different because for the fact with zodiac signs is almost like,
And when I say zodiac signs, I'm meaning like, say if a person don't know what they like for me,
Yeah.
I didn't find out I was a Gemini till I was like up in age because my mama didn't want to tell me, or it was either she told me she didn't want to tell me. I could have found out somewhere else, but she was like she didn't want to tell me because she didn't want me to. Oh, Gemini is two-sided.
Yeah.
Me start acting like that. You know what I'm
The
saying? Like,
influence
cause that's how it is. You know. So
okay, what sign is your mother? What sign is she?
she an Aries.
So this is the thing, right? So each sign makes up a certain trait.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about traits is that even with you got your sun, your moon, and your rising, they all got different parts of like parts of me. My sun is a Taurus, then I'm a Virgo, then I'm a Scorpio. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little bit of everything, you know, just what I am and everybody else if you know it. So we all have our similarities, but the thing between your sun and your rising, it depends on, they have categories of your moods and stuff. So my anger comes from a Scorpio. Scorpios are known for, you know, being aggressive and stuff like that. So that's that. The Taurus is my giving side. Why come in here, you know, do whatever. My Virgo side is my compassion. If I realize something going on, I feel like you're going through something, whatever, I'll read up on it, I'll pick up on it, let's talk about it. So that's my trait, that's my makeup.
So was you feeling that type of way before you even knew about any of this?
Yeah. And the thing of it is, it makes sense reading about it once I got the actual details of it and had people explain it to me, break it down.
Because it's all going together now.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you just say you just a Taurus, that's just one part. But it's different parts of you that make up why you the way you are. A lot of times, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, let's say we at work, I be talking a certain way. People like, oh man, I do what I do, but sometimes I feel bad because I'm like, dang, I really could have. That person don't know me like that. I could have wrecked their world. You know, y'all know. That's
could have wrecked their world.
I'm just saying though, because I know I can go there. But me having that compassion, like, dang, let me do better.
See, that's my only thing about even knowing anything is like I know these categories I have, and I know how to filter them and balance them out to become the best person. But I feel like people go back and find out this information, your history, what you make up of, and they just leave it right there at the surface of the information that they got. So I was just trying to just understand like how we using this stuff to like not continue to the generation curses and stuff like that or whatever, because we find ourselves seeing these examples and we program ourselves to be okay with them because of the importance of the person that did it, you know, before, whether it's your grandfather, your mother, or whoever it was. You just associated with because of the love and connection that you have with them. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, but is it even meant for me to carry on or use or whatever like that? And just hearing some people say this about their parent, and then, you know, it's easy for me to paint the picture that you doing it to your kids, but it's like just hearing those conversations sometimes like, damn, my daddy did this or my mama did this, and then it's like, damn, you don't even realize you kind of doing it to yours, you know what I'm saying, on the slide.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
It be really like what you use and what you take. You know what I'm saying? Because you got, like, say something like this. I can say this word, yeah, man, well, what's some stuff you know your daddy did that you done yourself? You know what I'm saying? You can sit here and name a list of, well, I know my daddy done hustled before. I know I done hustled before. I know my daddy did this. Okay, now watch this. But you got this daddy, but some, you know, you gonna pick up, I'm not saying you ain't gonna pick up nothing from other people, but you gonna pick up what's around you a lot.
Yeah.
So guess what? Your daddy might be good in stocks and knowing where to put your money at in the stock world. My daddy probably don't know nothing about no stock world though. But guess what? I probably want to know what you know though. Teach me though. I teach you what I know. But see, I ain't gonna say it's hard to be like that, but it's crazy. It's not like that because you can really help each other out. Because certain people, you know, parents not on this type of stuff. Like I know my mom and daddy, we ain't never talk about no stocks ever. So I know some parents probably people would say, "Maybe my mom, we talk about stocks all the time, how to invest our money, how to do this and that," and that's good. You know what I'm saying? Teach me. You know what I'm saying? And I'll teach you what you don't know because it might be something I know in life value that I don't learn off a trait that can probably help you out in the trait.
But that was the good thing about being able to go over to your friend's household. You know what I'm saying? And,
Oh, yeah.
and you being able to see that information.
meet different people.
Exactly. You know,
You know
and
what I'm
then
saying?
even going on, like how you was saying about the Boy Scouts, you know, that was a good thing for us. And, you know, until they found
yeah.
out what they were doing to the boys and stuff. But, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, I want to say on that Boy Scout. rest
I
in
wasn't
peace
at that
to my
camp,
uncle,
goddamn.
Thomas B. Lipskin, because he ran the realest troop, 167.
Yeah.
That's we trooped out. We ain't have no fun boy games. We didn't do all that. We did stick to the script, man. Stick to the script. That
Rob and steer. Rob and
I
steer.
don't know about that. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, Mom, we was so structured, man. You couldn't say the N word.
Ah,
You couldn't wear earrings.
dang.
Yeah, man. Well, I say we was most
We gonna
structured, man.
teach some men around here.
No, real talk.
Nah, but that's
man.
what you
Straight
need.
men.
That's what you
And that was
need.
discipline. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Some people, you know, it just, I don't know, man. That's why I say I feel sorry because it's a lot of people need that
Yeah.
that type in their life because some, you know, even with Boy Scout will come with it. Like, you know, that's a lot. That's another.
But if you
struggle,
think
another
about it, that's
lifestyle
why.
structure.
If you think about it, that's why a lot of people be in and out of jail. And that's where they get their structure
Yeah.
from. You gotta wake up at this certain time. You gotta eat at this certain time. You bathe at this certain time. A lot of people need that shit to keep going. You know what I'm
But
saying?
see, it depends with jail though, because it's like
Prison, my bad.
you're not like
Jail or prison.
you're not doing anything that's really productive for you. And the thing with society, like me and Charles with Chad we're talking about, is like the programming is not for you as far as like explore yourself, understand, like knowing yourself. It's a program that's going to work for society where they benefit and you don't. The benefit is that you're doing something for us in exchange for your time, but I'm not doing what I want to do. You see what I'm saying? And
But it'd be a lot of like they don't how you just broke it down.
Yeah.
They not thinking that deep. They thinking like Lil John in that hoe. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not trying to go to jail, but I'm not tripping either because Lil John, Lil JoJo in there.
But
You know what I'm saying? So-
that's the thing. Though, but look at how society, like we was talking earlier, how it programs it where it's easy to get into that system. You know what I'm saying? And what's unfortunate, like he always says, is that we see people going through this over and over again. Why we not stopping the cycle? We see what happens when they get out. A lot of folks let you just have that mindset or that trait or something that triggers, open up that floodgate. You're not going to make any extra moves than what you normally do. So you pretty much stuck in that program. You know what I'm saying? And like kind of what you saying, you know, with the parents. The thing that's unfortunate with our parents depends on how they grew up themselves. They don't have that compassion to think that wide as far as what we need to get for our kids. You know what
Man,
I'm
you
saying?
got because and it be the era you grown in, man. Like right now, like say even like these kids now, heck yeah, they supposed to be more advanced because there's more advanced stuff.
It's
going
more
on.
information.
And
It's
like
more.
I'm saying,
yeah.
everything
got
going
a taste
internet.
of it. They getting it all now. We got a taste of it. That was like we kind of grew up in the introduction of this the new technology.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why like majority of our parents, them 70 parents and all that. Not saying everyone. But high school was like the biggest thing, that diploma. That was it. Like that job after that, kids, life. That's it. Like a lot of them didn't go back to go to school, go get no masters and bachelors and all that. I
That's why a
graduated
lot
high
of them
school.
going now.
And that was
they
it.
going back
but
now.
they see too, golly, me learning something secondly could have helped me out because like right now, that's like saying anybody in this room, can you live off 40 hours of work
No.
every week? Can you? You got to go make some money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so just think of the other part you could have learned. That could have been like, I got a 40-hour job with y'all, cool, but I also got me something else that I make my own pocket money on. Because in this world, you need more than one income.
But see, that's the thing that's
More than one
unfortunate, though.
income, more than one way.
Well, I said about the program. The program is the system that makes you do within that umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
There used to be a point where you can just go to work and work your hours. That's all you needed.
Yeah.
Until they told you needed something else. That's why I say, like, you look at everything
to make you work though.
Yeah.
that
But
is
you
crazy.
look at what's created right now. Like I was
Working
I was-
more for less.
I was talking about like the refrigerator. We didn't need refrigerator. But growing up, and back home in California, we had meat market. I'm pretty sure everybody had, it, but during that time, like like the late '80s, early '90s, we still had a meat market. So there was no freezing your meat, no freezer. If you was gonna eat meat that day, you wouldn't got it fresh.
Yeah.
Every time, you might have put like Kool-Aid, watermelon, something light in a refrigerator. But just the fact how they create stuff. Like now, we got water bottles. We used to have areas of faucet water, spring water, where it was
You go
everybody.
get it. Yeah.
You gotta pay for something as simple as fucking water.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Someone-
saying?
you
So-
But you know,
that's for the money.
the stuff that's healthy for you costs more than the stuff that's.
But see,
bad
this
for
the
you.
trick though too.
That's
Even
how-
the
my
stuff
bad.
that's
That's how
healthy,
they get
that's
people.
perceived as being healthy, is just as the same as the damn stuff that they
because they gotta make money and make that
It's a
money.
capitalist system, bro. So it's about money at the end of the day. If
me ask y'all a
anybody care about
question.
your health, it'll be universal.
What's a trait y'all probably? I mean, mama, daddy. It don't matter who it came from, even if not even just in a trait or even what you probably seen or something. Or uncle ain't anybody. What have you seen that that they doing or they accomplish or something like that you could say push you to do what you're doing right now, or that's you, or you might be using that to do the same thing.
I think for me it was my mom as far as like how you said I'd be on the radio, like, get right to the business with the word boom boom boom. Like, even though I'm not a man of power, but I understood like how she carried herself, like, you gonna respect me. I don't care what level you come to me, you gonna come to me with this. You cross that line, you make your choice. That's probably the thing I like the most I picked up.
That's real.
Yeah. I'd say my mother's father. I always used to have to go over there. He'd chop it up with me, talk to me, but just being structured as far as, what I'm saying, just taking care of your money and using your, you work for it and use it the right way, because they had, and that's one of the reasons why I used to bring it up. I mean, a couple of times about our warehouse, you know what I'm saying? Like, they had dudes that get in there and get their money, and they all went and bought properties and stuff, and it failed. But when it failed, all of the people that were still paying on stuff, they divided the properties up, so everybody left with property. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that was an example, and it's like, I got that information and I'm not using it, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's something I ain't gonna say I need to get in real estate, but just when we go back to the entrepreneur, they was doing it, but it wasn't. Even if it doesn't, my thing is, even if it doesn't work, you can go talk to somebody that wasn't successful and still get some useful information out of it to make you succeed. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like you are using it though, for the fact, because I mean, this the thing though with the traits. The thing is, like, you know how to get and build up large sums of money.
Yeah.
Some people can't even do 1,000 or 2,000. You know what I'm saying? And to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. You look at the traits, man. Like, it don't have to always be exactly what a person actually done in their life. You can say, man, hey, I can go spend this amount of money and not feel bad about it, and go take a trip and then go do it again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, let me take it back. I take the value. It's just like what do I want to do with that information? I want to, for my family, or we haven't had kids yet, but I mean, however I could spread it, push that envelope.
That's what I'm saying. One more thing. That's what I'm saying. To where I don't want a person, even myself, we talked about earlier, to overthink it. The thing is, no matter what, like, okay, sum it up. When you wake up and do what you do, are you happy and content?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So overthink, man, I gotta be in this. Like, man, like I said, every day I wake up and think, okay, what I haven't been doing, because you gotta understand too, your folks had their capacity, you have your own capacity. That's the thing, but we so much into other people's capacity that we don't realize that we already in our capacity. So within that, are you happy with what you're doing?
But remember, you still have to put, you still want to be useful. I don't want to be, where I'm at right now is based off of what I done did to get to this point. Moving forward, that's a goal to keep me happy, if that makes sense.
No, that's what I'm saying. As long as you're doing what you're doing, that's what I'm saying. We look at capacity, right? Let's say you got the one water bottle, right? That's the only one you fill up. It go down, you fill it up. It ain't saying you gotta go get a whole bunch of other.
No. Yeah.
So that's what I want people to understand, is that if you understand your capacity to what it is and to your quality of life, are you content with that? You know what I'm saying?
And it just go back to the point of being useful, like how we were just saying, even with the overtime, like they create overtime so you can go over and waste money and spend all this and do all this, when in reality you don't even have to do all that type of stuff. So but at the end of the day, like going back to his point, you can't live off of just one income. So you just try to balance it out.
That's just a factor of, again, the programming. But I'm just saying, for the fact, overtime at the end of the day is for the program. It's never for you. The thing is, you benefit from it, but then you look at what Uncle Sam did with the taxes. So again, you have to really understand, what are you doing with the program?
How you using it. And that's what I'm saying. Going back to the traits and all that, it's going back to like, okay, I got this information, I need to use it. You know what I'm saying? I need to use it for some structure, something that's going to benefit, something that's going to start something new, or whatever. And that's what I'm saying, even how we was talking about relationships, you don't want to go into a relationship that everything's already perfect. You want to be putting your stamp on different things. So even though you have all these things and you satisfied, you still have different other areas and that you want to work on or accomplish and stuff. And that's just all I say. How I just try to remind people, if you're gonna dig up who this person was or find out this information or whatever, understand the good things of it, or even understand the bad things, so you know, oh well, shit, I don't need to be doing it. Even if times are different, it's still some of the same consequences. It's still some of the same understanding of. It's just two different, time frames. That's all it is, So all I'm just trying to say is I just want to understand the importance of, from different people, of when they do get this information, how they using it, because that's how I'm about. Like, if we go to work, make it useful. You know what I'm saying?
And this is the last thing to close up on my end. It's like, that's the thing, and that's the unfortunate. Well, I don't say unfortunate, but it's just a way of life. You're gonna have these people that's gonna be what they are, just like in the jungle. Mm-hmm. Like the pyramid, like you got certain animals that's gonna fight whoever. It's just the circle of it. You know what I'm saying? So like, we might be the ones that people see on on the ground. Oh man, they always got a sweet so and so. Because we on that mindset. Yeah. You got some that just not gonna get there because, again, they don't have that capacity.
They just want to go.
Yeah, and it's like, you don't have that ambition. Like I said, I can't give it to you. Mm-mm. Even if I show it to you, it doesn't matter. You
gotta want that shit.
You gotta have to retain it. Like I said, if you don't have it in you, you have to understand that's all you got. Mm-hmm. So you have to find another formula that works for you. With some earlier, that's my analogy. Everybody don't have the same formulas. Like, I use another one from like Pepsi and Coke. They two dark drinks, but two different flavors. Mm-hmm. But people love them for how they are. Mm-hmm. You can't go on there and replicate those two. You go to Kroger's, they got the olive brand. It don't taste the same.
All right, what is it?
Well, you finna say RC? No. I'm about to say RC. RC used to be cold.
They got Dr. Thunder or something like that.
Who? Yeah.
Oh, one of them.
He talking about the olive brand.
Yeah, the olive brand.
I'm just saying, for the fact, like,
you don't know nothing about Great Value.
Whatever.
I don't drink soda.
No, I'm just
whatever
saying.
your master formula is, that's your formula.
Yeah.
Nobody can come there and replicate what I'm saying. So if you try to mimic it, all it's gonna be is just a lowered down lack of what you already do.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying to people is, like, create your own formula and be great at that and be fine with that. Not trying to be at a level, whatever formula, whereabouts. I mean, because you think about it, everything's a brand at the end of the day. Whether you like it or not, it's making money. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like Gildan, where I buy my plates from. Mm-hmm. They got different levels of it. Oh man, I want no Gildan, but Gildan worth millions. Along with Nike. And he's like, hell, they might be getting the same material from the same place. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they are. These niggas is. They fucking us. Nah. Damn. I'm mad though, nigga. Nah.
I'm get away, man. Wait, what you got on for us? Me knowing it, I know you and your mama grind together. Just saying, I know you picked up a lot of stuff from them.
But I even take it back, you know what I'm saying? I say I got it from her dad, you know what I'm saying? Like, growing up, I ain't never seen him, like, never not had nothing that he needed or nothing that he wanted, you know what I'm saying? He had everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when he was sick and in the hospital, couldn't get out the hospital, none of that. Never seen him give up, none of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew I couldn't take him out the hospital, you know what I'm saying? But I knew at the same time he wasn't feeling good, so I even gave him a challenge, you know what I'm saying? I told him, I was like, if you can make your foot touch my hand, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna take you when we leaving, you know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking that I know he wasn't gonna be able to do it. Shit, both feet, you know what I'm saying? I only told him one, he did both, you know what I'm saying? But it only messed me up because I couldn't take him out, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, I seen him do it growing up, but I also seen my mama do it. So I say I got it from both of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, the characteristic of not giving up. Like, keep going. You know what I'm saying? Keep trying. Like, don't give up on nothing.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, it makes sense because you talking about your granddad, right? Mm-hmm. And your mama. So naturally, that's what I'm saying. How stuff goes to generation like that, to where a lot of times we just ignore it, thinking, "Oh, that man, come on, man, you cannot deny who you are in the makeup."
The makeup.
None of us chose who our parents gonna be. Same way how you had your kids, who the parents gonna be, and then from there it creates another,
it just keep going, you know
what I'm saying? Because along with what you already got in your system, then whatever you bring to the table, along and then give it out from there. It's a reflection.
The only thing that changes, like, the time that they do it is different from the time that you gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And the world is changing, so that's the only thing that's gonna change.
Well, just like you said earlier, I mean, the time's gonna change, but it's the same play all the time.
Yeah, it's the same play. You just gotta adapt to what's adapt to the world.
Yeah, because
Might be a little.
that was everything, man. We wouldn't be recycling the clothes that we got, clothes,
Exactly.
colors and stuff.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because like, why people now like we were talking about Big X? Why he keep using these same old songs? It worked. Why does anybody who remix use an old song?
Cause shit,
I mean,
they know they can
you
blow up
say
out
that
their
with-
back.
You can say that with jeans. I mean, back in our days, you wear some tight jeans, you gonna get scolded.
Oh yeah,
The whole day.
baggy.
Your jeans flood, you getting scolded on. They tight, you getting scolded on. Now,
You got cuts in
tight is a style now.
He's going up.
And
Flood
and
is a
major
style
flood.
now. You getting flooded. Ain't nobody mad about you flooding no more.
But if you go back to the 70s, that was the look.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even with her, you know, at one point it was the type of fade, you know, low fade, this and that. Everybody coming out now got the Jay-Z look. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So,
But that's
man,
the thing that messed me up though. We had like we don't know people had locks. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
just saying.
Like, but that's the thing that's so funny though. How like we recycle things, but we recycle it with different reasons though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna call it Jay-Z.
Because what they see.
Yeah.
Because what they see. I know my traits. I know mine, not even just my daddy, my granddaddy on both sides. Man, my granddaddy, my mama daddy, he was real big on just family. Like family holding it down, being a rock of the family. Ain't nothing going through nothing but him. I don't care what go on. You better go talk to him first. My daddy's side, he was more of a, I ain't finna argue with you. We ain't going back and forth. I'm walking out the house.
You got that in you too, don't you?
Nah.
He gonna go back and forth
I
all
used to talk to my
day.
granddad about that all the time. Like, granddad, how you do it, granddad? He said, just think about it. When you do it, though, and you come back in, do you got to say, I'm sorry, you apologize? Because I was like, nah. He was like, you ain't said nothing because you walked outside. You stay around, you ain't going to sit there and just listen to that the whole time and not going to say nothing because you're going to feel like you less of a man. So you going to speak up. Then you going to say something you going to have to go apologize first. But I ain't going to lie. I don't know where he got that willpower from, but boy, he used to literally, man. My grandma be on something hollering and talking and stuff. That man walk right out the house, quick, go in the garden, play in the garden, come back in the house. But what it was earlier, it wasn't, the vibe wasn't the same coming back in. But I got a lot of traits from him too, because I know he installed me really going to church a whole lot. I got that from him for sure.
Who you get to talking all the time from, though?
My mom. my mama, that girl, she a people person too. That's how I guess that's how I gratitude to a lot of people, because a lot of people at work just, you know, they not just saying work, people period. Feel you know, somebody feel your vibe. Man, he a cool dude, this and that. So my mama like that too. No matter where we stay at, you could be outside, be like, where my mama at? Down the street talking with. I mean, I ain't saying I'm neighborhood friendly at all, but my mama, she go anywhere, she gonna be somewhere. Somebody know her. He talking. He live in my neighborhood. But anyway, but I know I got a few traits from a lot of different, even women. I got women and I learned something from. I got cleaning up. I got my daddy clean up too.
That's light.
My daddy clean up too, but as far as even though I'm like keeping your attire tight. Well, my sister didn't play that. She stayed dressing, so
Oh,
collar shirt,
yeah.
looking nice. So it's stuff you put. You know, you're gonna pull from different genders. You know what I'm saying? So we all got different.
I
traits
just thought, I didn't know if it was the dresses and stuff. I didn't know if you were going to go that far with it.
We ain't never think about that lifestyle at all. No disrespect to whoever doing it. I ain't never think about that one. But man, what else y'all got to say on the top, man?
You the host with the most?
Nah, I think everything touched the bases up on it, man. I mean, like I said, I'm glad we had this discussion because, like I said, it's one of them things I think people don't think about, that they think they just woke up and they just, that's who I am. Like, nah, man, a lot of folks had a part in your makeup. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times you get back to the ancestors and stuff like that, because it's like, it wasn't just you. Like, a lot of what make up you today is like why you are the way you are. I just think people don't acknowledge that, and they just want a person, or we talking about a narcissist or a manipulator. They want you to be what they want you to be.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like if a person understands that, okay, there's different people in the world, let me learn how to respect you and your mannerisms, they don't conflict my life. You know what I'm saying?
One thing we didn't touch upon is like saying too, say things like the install, genetics and all that. I think about a lot of that when you think about the situation we talking about. Just think about how many people in jail that's, got a lot of good installed in them, but
They didn't use it.
I ain't gonna say the murdering somebody and robbing somebody got installed. You just talk to your little partner and they just sounded good to you. You just joined in. But that's
that's a bad trait too. I mean,
that could be
easily influenced.
Don't get me wrong. But I'm gonna say this though. His dad could have probably done that earlier in the day. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that might be a trait got into you because that dude, we not finna act like every trait get passed down as a good trait. Some traits be passed. Some people will say, boy, your dad was just like that too, in and out of jail, just like you, boy. So, that comes with life too, though. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, it ain't never how you start to me. Always how you finish. Always how you finish, man. Just like Charles said, when he was talking about getting older. Hey, you get older, man, in this lifetime, man, and that's my opinion. You supposed to be comfortable. You supposed to have your money somewhere put up. You supposed to have something invested, man. Relax. You should not be stressing after retirement. You shouldn't be.
But that's another thing too. Like, if unfortunate, man, some people just like to be stressed.
I got you. And one thing about it too, know this, and this to the world, to the people.
Which one? One's over there.
Everybody. Okay. And listen, what you don't do, it's gonna show. How it's gonna show? When your ass retire and you get that Social Security check, it's gonna let you know what you did in that system.
Yeah.
So everybody think you can hustle all your life, grind, be with gang, bang, bang, shoot them up, thing. Social Security don't pay for that. I'm gonna tell you that now. It's gonna get a point in time where we all can't work it out. You got to really sit your butt down somewhere.
Shit, the year going.
Can you make it? Can you live? Can you survive off what you receiving? But guess what? What you put in is what starts off.
Well, it'll be about 70 something.
That's a life. That's a life message.
78.
And that's like my boy said, that's free game. That was free. That was free. Next time we're gonna call us.
Okay.
As long as you don't charge me.
Man, no, you $3.99 because you all got slugs. Hey man, but once again, man, we appreciate y'all chiming in on I ain't saying chiming in, we the ones talking, but we appreciate y'all listening, to this conversation.
Viewers, man, like it ain't just us them too.
And just hope, hope this y'all can use anything we said, man. I know some people might press play and fast forward through it all, so they watch it. I don't mind, it's on you. But some of the stuff, just pick up on it, man.
Or plant a seed for you to think about.
Pick up on it for you can pass the ball.
Hit up them comments, man. Let us know what y'all feel about it. That's what I want to see. I want to see some comments.
Yeah, put the comments on there. Let people know.
I think that some of the viewers are just as nervous because instead of leaving comments, they'll come run up. Hey man, I want to get your podcast. I'm like, oh man, I'm off right now. You ain't talking a podcast.
And we've been slowed down. We're gonna pick up on more episodes. We really behind. We got to tighten up too. So we gonna get back right. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a little hard. No scheduling.
Put a lot of doubt in the atmosphere.
Conflict scheduling. Everybody got different lives.
People don't pull up on time.
Well, I got responsibilities, bro.
Here we go. Here we go.
When you started it, you knew you had.
Hey, I'm like David Ruffin, man.
But hold on, when it was out there in that, you know what I'm saying, in the boondocks, everything was good though. I ain't even count.
Hey, two sides, two story podcast. It's the host, B Mike.
Young Wade in the cut.
Ugly Truth.
Chad G. And I forgot the baby early. Don't do that.
Hey,
you forgot it this time too.
I just said it though.
Keep coming. We're gonna keep coming. We're gonna get strong. Y'all keep listening. Keep helping us out, man. We only doing this for y'all. We're doing it for ourselves. We're doing it for y'all. If y'all can help us, help y'all too in life, and help y'all with some listening skills also too. You got that little topic you want to do, man, we put it on the comments. That's what they for.
Or if you know a Big Mike, just call him on the phone.
Or you can
already got his number.
Instagram website, and we got direct message on there. You can say, hey,
gladly
I would like to talk about this conversation. Can y'all speak on this? You might got a child want to get her need to get her too, or grown up.
Maybe
we don't know
on the response one day.
That too, you know what I mean? And then if you feel like, hey, you know what? Can y'all plug me in If I can join, holler at us. We'll see what's up, and we can probably make that happen.
Not join, but you know, get a little episode in. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't on the poster.
Yeah. Let me clear that up. You know what I'm
Come
saying?
in, give us a little, little talk, conversation, blah, blah, and do your thing. Guess what? We gonna gladly let you in, walk on out and go on about our business. But appreciate it though, man. Y'all have a nice day. Thank y'all, man.